Growing up, my parents always talked about the value of first impressions, that it's always important to make a really good first impression, whether it's at school or at work or in your neighborhood. You want to look your best, but also you want to act your best. And today we're going to talk about first impressions because Samuel is now looking for a new king of Israel and God is guiding him. So right now I want you to pause the video, read this passage and answer these few questions. But I want you to see about what is important to God about choosing a new king, okay? So pause the video now. When you're done, press play and we'll continue from there. So what was important to God? It was not the outward appearance, but the inward appearance. God cares more about your heart. And that is why David was selected. He was selected to be the next king of Israel because his heart was right. And in the Psalms and in Acts, we can see that God really liked David because his heart was the same as God's. He was a man after God's own heart. And that's really important. So the question is, how is your heart? How is your heart? Is it excited and energized to be loving and caring, to be just like God? Or is it a very selfish heart that's more concerned about you and your life and yourself? Today, I want to challenge you to have a heart like David, to have a passion and excitement to do good and to love other people and to help other people just as David did because God was real in his life. And so the bottom line is, I can have a heart like David that reflects God's goodness to others. We can all have a great heart. And it all stems from getting the goodness from God, getting the constant and daily reminders about the goodness of God by praying and by reading the Bible and by talking to our friends and our families about who Jesus is and really processing what that means for us. So I want to encourage you today to have a heart like David, who is passionate and excited about God, and let that reflect in his life in everything that he did. And so let the goodness of God reflect in your life just like David's when we have that heart like David that reflects God's goodness. All right, everyone, well, I hope you have a great rest of the week. I hope you really seek after God and really ask him to guide you and ask him to give you a heart like David that can reflect God's goodness to other people this week. All right, well, I hope you have a great rest of the week, and I'll see you next time for an all-new story about King David.